up, Falcons Nation, Rise Up Nation? It's your boy, Jazzy Jeff. Real talk, no gimmicks. And are you still buzzing like I'm still buzzing from that game on Sunday night? Man, that felt good, man. I was walking into work with a pep in my step, all happy and shit, and just excited, man. Just excited for where we going forward. So, with that being said, I kind of want to switch it up today and make a video called 5 Burning Questions. And I got 5 burning questions for Falcons Nation moving forward into Week 3 versus the Colts, and also as a team in general in the entirety of the season and where we're going. So I'm gonna answer the questions myself and how I feel about the questions, and I want you guys in the comment section below to answer my 5 burning questions. All right, number 1, where do we need to improve at? Now, obviously, we got the win, but it was kind of ugly, and there was a lot of mistakes on the way. So I want to know, Falcons Nation, where do you feel like moving forward do we need to improve at? What areas do we need to improve at? Obviously, I went with less turnovers. Matt Ryan had 3 interceptions. I felt like if Matt Ryan just took sacks or just threw the ball away 3 separate times, we came away with 3 other field goals. That's 9 more points, and that game would have been as close as it is. And those are things that we cannot afford to do when we play better teams, because those interceptions and turnovers will bite you. So obviously the turnovers had to be solved. Also, time of possession, which goes hand in hand with this. The Eagles had the ball 33 minutes, and we had the ball in 27 minutes. I felt like if we ran the ball more and had more time of possession instead of these quick, deep shots, Matt Ryan would have less interceptions. We'd have more time possession, and we would give the Eagles less time to come back. Obviously, we didn't want Julio Jones on that one play down the sideline to stop to kill the clock. But at the same time, if we just ran the ball more in drives before that, the Eagles wouldn't have all that time to try to score a game-winning touchdown. So time of possession is key, and that's one place I want to see us improve on. Another place I want to see us improve on is man coverage. I know that we had a lot more success when we went to zone. There was a couple times where Keanu and Dion did hold their own in man coverage against the tight ends, but I feel like when the Eagles made us pay, it was because we were trying to go man coverage. We do a little better in zone, but I think man coverage is where we need to tighten up. All right. My second burning question. Does Ito Smith deserve more touches? I'm not saying more than Freeman, but does he deserve more touches in the grand scheme of our offensive snaps? Ito had 4 carries for 32 yards, and Freeman only had 11 carries. He had 11 carries for 22 yards. So Freeman had more carries, less yards than Ito. Also, from last year to now, Ito Smith's blocking has improved tenfold. As small as he is, that dude is very strong at picking up blocks, something that Freeman definitely lacks in that department. So it's good to see that. And I think Ito Smith is also a better natural pass-catching running back. I'm not saying, dump Freeman. I'm not saying start Ito over Freeman. What I'm saying is that moving forward, I think Ito every week is deserving more and more opportunities to get the ball, because when he's in the game, I feel like we don't lose a beat, and sometimes we even play better when he's in the game, because the defense has to respect his pass catching ability, kind of like when we had Tevin Coleman. So, in my opinion, I think Ito Smith deserves more carries and more touches. Falcons Nation, let me know what you think. My third burning question: has this defense been fixed? Man, that defense was ferocious. It looked like a totally different team compared to when we played the Minnesota Vikings. We looked lifeless out there versus the Vikings. We looked like we had no spirit, no heart, no nothing. This game, it was just ferocious. We had 10 QB hits, 3 sacks, 2 picks, and just the pressure with just rushing for 3 sometimes was just immense. Vic and Takk McKinley looked excellent off the edges. Tyler Davison looks solid run stopping. Grady Jarrett is starting to become more and more disruptive in that middle, and he's getting a lot more penetration than I've usually seen him. He kind of reminds me of when he was in the Super Bowl in that first half versus the Patriots. Grady Jarrett was getting in there relentlessly, and I feel like if he can consistently do that, he'll be more recognized as one of the best defensive tackles in the entire NFL. So keep doing your thing, Greg. You're doing a great job. Who else did a great job? Alan Bailey did a great job with his pressures. I think just overall, man, True Font looked great. Isaiah Oliver with that game-saving tackle. That's one of the things coming out of college that he struggled on because he is so skinny, long, and rangy. He wasn't that good at tackling, and that's something he definitely improved on. Sheffield, the forced fumble. The chef was cooking because he's known for his tackling, and I love that he's able to pop the balls out when we need it. So I feel like the defense can, even as great as we looked, I think we can go so much higher than this, so much better than this. I think if we just fix a few things here and there, end game defense is where we need to fix it. I feel like it's almost a given that they love giving us heart attacks at the end of games, and we see every time we have a prevent defense or guarding the sticks, we get too lax and we let the team give up the deep play. And last night, Keanu Neal bit and he let Aguilar get behind him for that big catch play. And I feel like late game defense is where we really need to focus on because that's one of our weaknesses. So we got a long way to go, but great job, guys. Number 4, is Drew Brees' injury a good thing for the Falcons? Now I know what you're gonna say. Of course, Jazzy Jeff. Drew Brees being injured obviously hurts the Saints and helps us out. But what I mean by that is, my answer I'm gonna say is no, and here's why. Because we all know that if they're injured and they have a lost season, or we play them and he's not there, they're all going to make excuses about why we beat them. They're going to say, well, if we had Drew Brees, we would have won. I don't want to hear that from Saints fans. I don't want to hear that from the national media. I don't want to hear that from anybody. I love the feeling when we played the Saints with Brees on the field and Deion Jones got that game-saving interception. I love when we played Drew Brees on the field and Deion Jones had that pick 6 to the house. Those are games where they can't say nothing about our team or our defense. So when we beat the Saints, I want to beat them at full strength. I want to know that we earned it. I don't want to go out the cheap way. I want to go out with honor. So in my opinion, it doesn't do nothing for me that Brees is injured. So I want Brees back on week 10, and I want to beat him head up fair and fair, because then I'll know how good our team really is. I mean, I'm not going to pat myself on the back if we beat Teddy Bridgewater. I'm just not. So that's how I feel about that. And number 5, for a Falcons Nation, my 5th burning question. Why are Falcons fans split on how we root for this team? And I think I got a theory. I think I got an opinion on why it is. Obviously, you got one side who's like, support the team no matter what. Support these players. We have their backs no matter what. Even if they're horrible, let's support these players. Then we have another side that's like, that's just one game. We should lose. We're trash, blah, blah, blah. And then we have the middle side who's kind of like me, where I'm objective about our flaws, but I'm not ready to throw us in the garbage because I know that we have the potential to do things. And I'm not going to freak out over one game, 2 games, whatever. And plus, I'm going to stick to regardless. Win, lose, or draw, I'm still going to be here making videos. And here's my theory of why I think we are split. I think we both, at the end result, have the same intentions, but it's how we get to those intentions. And what I mean by that is, I feel like the Falcons who panic all the time, the Falcons fans who panic all the time, and they're worried and say we're trash, or say trade Matt Ryan, or go on Vic Beasley rants and people like that. I think we are so conditioned to blow a late game lead, to lose a close game, to lose in the big game, whether it's the Super Bowl twice or games like that, that those fans, they feel like it's just going to come, and why try to fight the inevitable? And I feel like other Falcons fans feel like if you go in with the mentality that you're already defeated, then you've already lost the war. You've already been defeated. It's like when I was telling some other Falcons fan the other day, it's like when you take a test at school, right? If you go in thinking you're going to fail, you're going to fail. You're not going to come out with an A. But if you go in thinking, man, this test is hard, but you know what? I'm going to do my best. I studied, and I'm ready for this, man. I'm going to do it. You probably will come out with a B+, a B at best. But if you come in with a failing mentality, you will always fail. So I understand both sides, but I don't think those Falcons fans who trash our team, I don't think they truly think that they're not real fans or they think that we suck. I think they are sick of the letdowns and they're trying to soften the blow by, okay, it's already coming, let's just get it over with. And tell me if I'm wrong, if that's not how they feel, but I feel like we've been conditioned so much to expect loss or expect failure that it's almost like they give up on the team before we even get started. Now, I'm not willing to go that route, but some part of me can understand what they're feeling. I'm not going to bash them for how they feel. I just want them to have a better understanding of where we're going, what the mindset needs to be. And I think with all those flaws, with all those losses, with all those heartbreaking game-losing games, we got to get up and we got to dust ourselves off, and this is a new season. That shit don't matter anymore. That shit dead. And this is a new season. We're growing with new players. So that stuff's out the window. We got to get better. Remember, we had Michael Vick. We thought he was this great guy, and then he got in trouble for dogfight. We thought, oh, man, Joey Harrington, Chris Redmond, we're screwed. Like, nothing ever good is going to happen. And then we got Matt Ryan, and we went to the Super Bowl again. So that's the kind of perspective I want other Falcons fans to try to have. And let's not be so quick to set the house on fire because we lost a game. Other teams lose games. We're going to lose games, but we're also going to win a lot of games. So that's just something to keep in perspective. But I understand how they feel, and I'm not going to knock them for how they feel. That's why I think Falcons fans are split. I think we both want to arrive at the same conclusion. It's just that our mentality getting there are polar opposites. So I feel like if it'd be a win if we both, came closer to the middle where we recognize our flaws, but we're not willing to give up on the team over our flaws. If you have a girlfriend, she has a few flaws, are you really going to throw her away every time a few flaws comes up with her? No, you're not. You're going to work on it, to get it better. You're going to work on it to have a better relationship. So that's how I feel when I'm rooting for the Falcons. And please don't ever go into a game thinking that, oh, it's over already. That's just a defeatist mentality. And this is my personal opinion. I refuse to think that way. So, win, lose, or draw, Jazzy Jeff, your boy, will be here to talk some Falcons. And that's all I got today. 5 burning questions. Next week, I'll try to do it again if you guys like this segment. And as always, rise up. Peace, y'all.